Believe in Igbo presidency.
I don't believe in Igbo presidency because it's not yet the time.
Okay,
Whether you live in Enugu or London, Onitsha or Houston, Aba or Toronto, this conversation concerns you. Since 1970, Igbos have rebuilt from ashes into one of the most economically dominant groups in Nigeria. From Alaba to Aba, from Nnewi's factories to billion-dollar portfolios in Lagos and Johannesburg, Igbo resilience became a global case study. And abroad, the diaspora has grown into a powerful intellectual and financial force. Doctors in the UK, tech founders in the US, investors across Europe. Yet, politically, one question refuses to go away. Why has the Nigerian presidency remained so distant from Igbo land?
How can anybody say an Igbo man cannot be president of Nigeria and I will accept it? Then it shows how brainless I am.
In 2023, Peter Obi ignited something historic. For the first time in decades, an Igbo candidate captured genuine cross-ethnic enthusiasm. Diaspora donations surged, youth mobilized, professionals volunteered. It felt different. But when the results settled, the old pattern resurfaced. Massive grassroots passion, muted elite coordination, and visible hesitation from within Igbo land itself. Why? Why did governors step back? Why did billionaires stay neutral? Why does 2027 already feel uncertain? This is not about blame. It is about structure, survival, and the psychology of power. If you care about the future of Igbo political relevance, at home or abroad, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. To understand the Igbo presidency dilemma, you must begin with history, not emotion, but structure. The Civil War ended in 1970. Officially, reconciliation followed, but politically, reintegration was cautious. Igbos rebuilt economically with astonishing speed. Markets returned, trade networks expanded, diaspora migration accelerated, especially to Europe and North America. But at the elite level, a quiet lesson took root: survive first, challenge later. Igbo political strategy after the war was shaped by caution. Visibility at the very top of Nigeria's power structure felt dangerous. Ministers were appointed, senators emerged, business empires flourished, diaspora wealth strengthened hometown development, but there was no sustained, aggressive regional machine pushing for the presidency. Other regions built vertical political structures. Igbos built horizontal economic networks, locally and globally. That difference matters. Peter Obi disrupted this historical caution in 2023. He did not campaign on ethnic grievance. He campaigned on competence, fiscal discipline, and governance reform.
Do not say because Peter Obi is from the East, I will vote for him. Do not vote for me because I'm an Igbo man. Do not vote for anybody because he's from the West. Do not vote for anybody because he's from the North. This is time to vote a human being who have conscience and trust.
That message resonated deeply with the diaspora, who saw in him a mirror of meritocratic systems abroad. Many funded him precisely because he represented a break from patronage politics. But to entrenched elites, this was unsettling. Obi's candidacy challenged decades of learned survival instincts. He did not emerge from traditional elite bargains. He did not carry the shield of entrenched cross-regional political deals. Supporting him meant stepping into uncertainty. For Igbo elites at home, the question was practical. If this fails, who protects us? For diaspora supporters, the calculation was different. If we never risk it, when will it happen? This psychological gap between those insulated abroad and those negotiating daily access within Nigeria became decisive. The fear was not hatred of Obi, it was fear of exposure. History taught many elites that confrontation without airtight alliances carries consequences. So, while the diaspora amplified, the grassroots mobilized, and social media exploded with hope, elite caution resurfaced. Until that historical fear is consciously dismantled, every Igbo presidential project will collide with the same invisible wall. If you think this alone is the reason Igbos are finding it difficult to produce a president, wait until I reveal the next shocking reason to you. In Nigeria, Governors are power anchors. They control state structures, influence party machinery, and signal seriousness to Abuja. In 2023, not one Southeast governor fully, publicly, and collectively threw their weight behind Peter Obi. Even Governor Charles Soludo from Anambra State publicly criticized Obi.
They wanted to use it as a testing ground for the new concoction called ADC in Anambra State. And guess what? That election came and Apuga won 8/8.
For Igbos abroad watching from London, Atlanta, or Berlin, this felt like betrayal. But inside Nigeria's political ecosystem, governors operate under a different pressure system. Federal power remembers loyalty. It also remembers defiance. Supporting a candidate seen as anti-establishment without elite consensus can carry consequences. Allocations can slow, projects can stall, access can shrink. Governors calculate survival daily. Obi's rise came from public credibility, not elite grooming. Diaspora enthusiasm reinforced that surge, funding rallies and digital campaigns. But governors rely on negotiated structures, not moral momentum. Here lies the tragedy. If the Southeast governors had moved together, 5 voices, 1 declaration, the national perception of Obi's viability could have shifted overnight. Yes, he won the 5 Southeast states, but that was not enough. Endorsement from the Southeast governors would have given the Igbo tribe a formidable front the ruling party will be willing to zone presidency to. No party wants to risk its ticket by giving it to a region without a strong political front. Governors are powerful, no doubt, but some people command more influence at the grassroots than governors, and those people play a real role in grassroots politics. And once they speak, many Igbos listen. They are Igbo billionaires. One of the biggest illusions of 2023 was funding. From the outside, Peter Obi seemed well supported. Diaspora professionals donated generously. Crowdfunding became symbolic. Igbo communities abroad organized town halls and fundraising dinners. But Nigerian elections are not won by enthusiasm alone. They are won by economic leverage inside the system. Many of the wealthiest Igbo businessmen within Nigeria remained publicly neutral. Imagine the likes of Arthur Eze publicly supporting Peter Obi and selling his candidacy to his circle of friends across other regions. They will never do that. Do you know why? Because their fortunes are tied to sectors dependent on federal discretion: ports, oil services, banking, construction, import, energy. Political miscalculation can carry financial consequences. For them, the question was simple: if this fails, who shields us? Diaspora supporters operate differently. A surgeon in Manchester or a tech executive in California can fund reform without fearing federal contract retaliation. That distance creates boldness. But domestic billionaires operate inside the arena. Their silence was risk management. This reveals a painful contradiction. Igbo global wealth is bold. Igbo domestic capital is cautious. Until both align, diaspora idealism and domestic leverage, the presidency will remain aspirational rather than structural. Obi exposed this divide. Internal rivalry remains one of Igbo land's deepest political weaknesses. Many Igbo politicians support an Igbo presidency until the candidate is not them. Igbo land is blessed with big-wig politicians such as Orio Zikolu, Rocha Sokorocha, and their likes. But most of them see themselves as more qualified candidates for Igbo presidency if it will ever happen. But Peter Obi's rise bypassed traditional hierarchies. His legitimacy came from performance and public trust. Diaspora communities embraced that narrative because it resembled meritocratic systems abroad. But to entrenched elites, this was unsettling. Some influential figures subtly questioned his structure. Others hinted they were better suited. Behind closed doors, doubts were planted. For diaspora observers, this was bewildering. Why undermine the most nationally marketable Igbo candidate in decades? Because politics is not only about viability, it is about ego, access, and long-term positioning. Until collective ambition overrides personal rivalry, every strong Igbo candidate will face internal resistance. Diaspora can advocate, but unity must be forged at home. Successful political regions in Nigeria have a center of gravity. The North negotiates through cohesive blocs. The Southwest coordinates through entrenched leadership networks. Igbo land operates horizontally. Business leaders, governors, traditional rulers, diaspora voices, all influential, none commanding unified authority. The Yoruba have Oni of Ife as a central authority, the North Emir of Sokoto, but Igbos are fragmented and does not have a central authority. Igbos are republican by nature, which is not bad, but Nigeria political settings does not dance to the tone of being republican. In Nigeria politics, a single powerful bloc is better than fragmented one. During Obi's campaign, millions listened to him, but when negotiations required a single Southeast voice, none existed. Diaspora lobbying in Washington, London, and Ottawa helped shape global narratives, but national power brokers ask one practical question: who speaks for your region? Obi often stood alone. Belief excites voters, blocs assure elites. Until Igbos develop a functional coordination mechanism, formal or informal, their strongest candidates will always negotiate from vulnerability. Popularity without structure is fragile. As 2027 approaches, the landscape feels familiar. Obi remains respected, youth enthusiasm remains high, the diaspora remains passionate, governors still hedge, billionaires still calculate, rivals still maneuver. The critical question is this: will Igbos at home and abroad close the structural gaps exposed in 2023? Diaspora Igbos must recognize their power goes beyond donations. Strategic lobbying, coordinated political engagement, and long-term coalition building matter. Emotional investment must evolve into institutional influence. At home, elites must confront a harder truth.